Hey, good morning everyone. It's Timmy here with Couture and coming to you live this morning on a beautiful Sunday morning. I hope that you're having a great one wherever you are. Changing things up a little bit today in that you see I'm in a different space. I'm actually in my dining room. Have a little bit bigger project that I'm working on today, and I figured since we were just changing it all up, we might as well change location too. As you know, I probably come to you live usually on Wednesday nights. I'm changing it up a whole lot today in that we're coming to you live first thing in the morning on a Sunday, and also doing it at a different location. And I figured since we were really changing things up, we should definitely change up our project. So today we're going to be working with inks on canvas. So I'm super excited to share with you our new hanging banner that just came back into stock. It was introduced on July 1st. It was so popular it flew out, and it's back. So I'm excited to share that a little bit with you. And we're also going to use our Braver, Stronger, and Smarter transfer. It's a beautiful saying from A.A. Milne, and I am definitely a big lover of Winnie the Pooh. If you are, tell me who your favorite Winnie the Pooh character is in the comments. I would love to hear them. So as we are getting started, I think you'll see my son. He just popped back in the kitchen there. So different thing, I'm not closed up in my office. That means other people can see and hear, and you might even see them. So feel free to say hi to them as they go by. My husband's out mowing the lawn because it's Sunday, so hopefully we won't be interrupted too much by that. But you might hear my friend Zoe. She's my puppy, and she likes to sometimes give a shout out, so don't be surprised if you see her as well. So, as I said, we are going to be using our banner. We're going to be using our Braver, Stronger, and Smarter transfer, and we're going to be using inks. So I'm going to show you all that in just a sec. But just as I am checking in here, I'd love to hear from you about where it is you're listening in from. So if you want to send me a comment and tell me from what state you're from, it'd be great. Or maybe even how you heard about my lives. Either would be really awesome. Again, my name is Timmy. I'm a Couture independent consultant designer, really, and it's really my goal to help you to learn how you can create beautiful things for your home or to give as gifts. I really enjoy doing these lives. It gives me a great opportunity to interact with you a little bit. So certainly if you have any questions about our project as we're going along, please feel free to go ahead and shoot them in the comments. I am going to be watching here on my page, and I'm also going to share this info with some other pages I have. So let me go ahead and do that. One of the pages that I have that certainly you can join if you're interested is I have a customer VIP group. That is a group where you can join and get some special offers. I make those available only to my customers in my VIP group. So if you're interested in joining, just go ahead in the comments, put in a little note that you'd like to join, and we'd love to have you. Also, if you are interested in learning more about what I do and becoming a designer, please feel free to put a note down in the box and put in join, and I'll be happy to be in contact with you to let you know how easy and fun it is to have your own Couture business. So let's see, I have one more place here that I want to share my live, and then we're going to jump right into our project. So let's see if I can find that last group. I have so many groups here that I am trying to scroll through. And here we go. Excellent. This is actually going to my friends who are part of my Couture team. Hey Andy, so nice to have you. Welcome. Say hi. Love that you're here. I met a very nice friend of yours, Lisa Reck, yesterday. Had a great conversation with her about her design business and her bags. I am so in love with them. So thanks. I'm glad we had a chance to connect, and I think it was because we were both friends on Facebook. So awesome. Okay, so I'm gonna get rid of my face here for a minute, and we're gonna move down to the we're gonna move down my camera here so you can actually see our project. So as I said, we're gonna be working on this Braver, Stronger, Smarter transfer, and this is definitely one of my favorite sayings. As I said, I really love Winnie the Pooh. He's definitely one of my favorites. I think if I had to pick which was my favorite character, it's somewhere between, oh gosh, it's hard to decide, Tigger and Eeyore, maybe? I don't know, it's so hard to decide. Anyway, I would love to hear what you think. Who else do we have joining us today? If you're here, please feel free to say hi, tell me your name. I'd love to know that you're here and joining us. And as I said, certainly feel free to pop in and write a comment. So let's talk about our materials that we're using today. So this that you see here is our hanging banner. It comes just like this. It's made out of canvas. It is 15 by 23 in size, so it's pretty good size, and as you see, it's going to be perfect for that transfer. What's super cool is this comes with a magnetic wood base. So these guys, oops, sorry, you probably can't see that. Let's see, these magnetic wood base, they actually stick together. You can hear that. And that is what keeps this in place. And it's what's going to allow you to hang. So there's two. Here's the other. And it also comes with twine, so you can hang it wherever you'd like. Now this is canvas, and we are going to use our inks today to put our design on. Now you can chalk on our canvas if you'd like, but certainly if you don't have inks yet, or you are feeling a little frightened of using inks, then go ahead and feel free to use the chalk. It's absolutely fine. One of the things that I'm so excited about with this banner is that, one, it's super affordable. It's $19.99, and it is available on my website, which is chalkcouture.com/Timmy, and I'll put that in the comments later. But what's also really cool about it is that we have refillable canvases. It comes in a 2-pack for a whopping $9.99. So you get 2 more canvases that you can replace. So you can have one canvas for an everyday saying, like the one we're going to do today, and then you can switch it out and put on a Halloween saying or a Christmas saying, and then just change up your decor based on the holiday season. So that's really awesome. Now, one thing I have to tell you is, unfortunately, those refills right now are out of stock. But if you put a note in the comments that you're interested in being notified when it comes back in stock so you can order it, you just let me know. Just go ahead and send me a note, put it in the comments and say refill, and I'll make sure that I get those out to you. So we don't need these right now while we're working, so I am going to just move them aside or take them off here. And the other thing I wanted to share with you that we're going to be using is, you'll see that right here I have this little black Chalk Couture logoed item. This is actually a great item to purchase. This is one of our ink mats, and it works really great at keeping your project nice and steady. It's adhesive, and it's also going to obviously protect any surfaces that you're working on, so the ink won't go through and stain any of your tables or anything else that you're working on. So what you'll do is you'll just press out the canvas onto your ink mat, and you see as I do it, it is pressing out all the wrinkles, which is awesome. It means I don't have to iron first before I do my project. And there we go. Make sure that it's really well secured. So now I know that I've got a nice stable surface that I'm working on, and I don't have to worry about any of the inks that I'm using that bleeding through to the surface that I'm working on. So this is our transfer. So those of you that might be new to Chalk Couture, you might see that it's green on the front. That's actually a silk screen. And we package them up here in these beautiful wrappers here. So just, I usually try to keep mine. So the best thing to do is just to go ahead and open this up. And you can actually put it back in here to store it later. So feel free to keep this cellophane. Hey Jess, nice to see you. So glad you could join my live today. Jess is awesome. Jess is one of the leaders of our team. She's incredible. So fortunate to be part of her team. I've learned so much from her already. So it's awesome to be here. Okay, so we have this adhesive transfer. As I said, it's silk screen. So this areas in white here that you see is the areas that we're going to cover with the ink. So all the rest of this green is not anything you need to worry about or cover. And you'll notice it's nice because it's got a nice border. We don't have to worry about the ink getting off into areas we don't want it to. What you'll do is you'll want to have I always forget my pen here when I do this. I have like 3 million Sharpies. Can I find any of them when I need them? All right, I did. And if you just write the word back on the back of your backer sheet, then when you're ready to replace your transfer back onto the backer sheet, which you'll want to do to keep it to be able to reuse, then you'll know which side is the back and which side the transfer sticks to. So, I know, silly, right? But it's always good to remember those things. If you forget, it's really the glossier side of the transfer sheet that you're going to want to be. So I'm going to peel this off kind of carefully, and carefully because I don't want it to stick to itself. Awesome, came off in one nice piece. And it's pretty sticky, as you can see. Now, if we were going to be using this on one of our chalkboard surfaces, I would recommend that you fuzz the transfer. But fuzzing meaning that you put it on a cloth, like a microfiber cloth or something like that, to help get some of the excess stickiness off so that you're going to be able to pull it up off of your surface a little bit more easily. But since we're working on canvas, no worries about that. Hey, April. Glad to have you here. Hey, Sue DeGangi, so nice to talk to you. Glad you're here and watching. All right, so we are going to go ahead and put this transfer down. And you can eyeball it if you'd like. If eyeballing makes you a little nervous, you could use our placement tape. So this actually is just something that we've come out with recently, and you can put this placement tape down so that you can make sure that things are lined up just the way you want them. But this, since I'm using the whole transfer, I'm not sure that I'm going to need it, so I'm going to just put it aside and not worry too much about it. Now, but I do want to make sure this has a really good adherence. So I'm going to use my hands to really push this down and make sure I don't have any bubbles. Now, let me just say one thing about inks. Don't let our inks scare you. They are awesome. They're fun to work with. The texture is great. I have to say, I was a little nervous thinking, oh, this is like, you know, one time you're going to use this, and if it doesn't come out, I'm going to be sad. But you know what? I did a beautiful pillow as one of my first projects. Here, let me grab it for you so you can see. This is the Lumbar Pillow that I did. This was my very first inked design. And this is our Lumbar Pillow that Couture sells, so you can get this on my website as well. And it's a beautiful canvas surface, and it's exactly the same kind of canvas that these hanging banners are. So they're really easy to work with. So don't be afraid. Feel free to just jump right in and give it a whirl. Okay, so I loved these two Couture ink colors that we got that just were released. They're eucalyptus and tide, and I thought they'd be a really nice color combination for this banner. So these are the ones we're going to use. When you open up your ink, you'll see that if it's a brand new one, it's got a little foil pack, and that is true also, I believe, of this one. I don't think I've opened either yet, so I haven't. So you'll want to open those up, and I'm just going to move my project a little bit out of the way here just to make sure that I don't make a mess. Hey Annie, so glad you're here. Thanks for joining. That's my sister Annie. Nice to have you. So we are going to open this up. I do not have very good nails. I am, unfortunately, in this late in life, still a nail biter. I wonder if there's anybody else out there that can relate. Hey, by the way, when you're using our products, always a good idea to have some paper towels around. Also, to have some disinfectant wipes, some Clorox wipes. Those are always really good to have handy. Now, the last time, yeah, see this ink here is on the top of this here, so it's a good thing I kind of opened it while I was not right over my project. I'm going to get ink all over my hands. Jess, you're going to appreciate this. Jess calls herself Messy Jessie. I'm not sure that she's all that messy. She's pretty awesome. But I'm going to grab one of those disinfectant wipes because already I got this all over my hands. What are you guys doing this Sunday morning? Are you enjoying your time so far today? Hope it's beautiful and sunny where you are. It's pretty hot here in Connecticut, I have to say. We're trying to get over that humidity that just doesn't seem to want to go away. But I still haven't heard you guys tell me who your favorite Winnie the Pooh character is. Feel free to pop that in there. I want to know. Got a little bit of that other paste color, or oh my goodness, I always call it paste. I'm so used to working with our chalk paste. Look, my hands, see, I already got it all over. I want to make sure that I do not have any of that on my hands when I go to work on the project, so those disinfectant wipes are key. Make sure you got them handy. Oh, I got ink everywhere. I got it on my scissors. See? Always good to pay attention. Hey, Euphrasia! How are you, girl? Euphrasia and I met at Chalk Couture's first conference that was held just, oh gosh, a couple weeks ago. Oh, a month ago now. My goodness, where has the time gone? Such an awesome company. For those of you that are unfamiliar with Chalk Couture, it was a company that began, actually just went live a little over a year ago on July 1st. They had a few folks who were working the business to test things out and get things started. But it started out in Salt Lake City, so it's pretty new to this part of the country. And they just had a great vision of helping people to get their products out to more people in this DIY space and give people the confidence to really beautify their homes and hopefully their worlds a little bit. So really exciting company to be a part of. I'm happy to be here. All right, I'm trying to make sure I don't get any of my junk here in the way so we can go ahead and start inking. All right, look, hands are clean now. Little disinfectant wipes, always really good to have. All right, I see a little hair, must be a dog hair. I'm gonna make sure this is really still nice and damp. And we're just gonna alternate here. So I'm gonna move this. I got a little yuckiness over here. I want to get it out of the way. Oh, and look, got my hands dirty again. See? Always while you have cloths nearby. All right. So we are going to go ahead and start our inking. So my plan is to go every other. So I think since this is farthest, I'm going to start here and then we're going to move this way. And I think I see a bubble there. So I just want to make sure that I really don't have any bubbles, that this has really good adhesion, because we don't want the ink to go beyond or behind the letters. We want to have a nice, crisp, beautiful adherence. All right, I think we're ready to get started. So I think I want my darker colors to be the bigger words. So we're going to start then with the darker color here for A, Milne. Now this is just a little I'm going to stop there for a sec. Let's say we're going to spread it nice and evenly. And don't have to press too hard. This surface, as I said, is just beautiful. It takes to our ink really nicely. And you just want to make sure you got all that. There's a little part of the E there that is being stubborn. All right, I think I got it covered. Now, the other reason that you shouldn't be afraid to work with our inks is that it has a little longer drying time, of course, than our chalks. And that means that you don't have to work quite as fast. You can take your time and make sure that you are getting the ink where you want it. So take your time. Now I'm using one of our squeegees. The squeegees that I got in my hand right now is one of our small squeegees that I actually cut in half, just because it gives me a little bit more control when I have a surface like this. I want to make sure that I have really good control and I don't hit areas that I don't want to. So you just want to go ahead and make sure that you're getting good coverage And don't be too heavy-handed with your ink. You want to just easily pull the ink across the areas. And like I said, don't rush. Take your time. I know I'm here on live. You're going to wonder if I'm going to speed things up a little, but we don't want to ruin our one-time use canvas here. I want to make sure that I get a good coverage. And if you're a little heavy, then there is a possibility that it'll skip behind your transfer, and we don't want to have that happen. So tell me, for those of you that have joined us, have any of you used our inks yet? Was there a project that you liked or a color that you've found that you really think is awesome? I'd love to hear your thoughts about that as we are working on our project here this morning. By the way, as I am working, if you are not a member of my customer VIP group and you'd like to be, feel free to go ahead and put in the comments VIP. It's in that group where I give you some updates about new projects. Also, I give you information about when products are coming back in stock and when new products are being released, which, by the way, we have just another month and some more products will be coming out the 1st of September. I just can't believe it. Just feel like we got all these great things released in July, and already more new exciting transfers are coming, especially for the holidays. So if you're interested in getting first dibs and first notice, that's a great place to get it. Also, I offer some special VIP only discounts in my VIP group. So if you're interested in joining, please just let me know. Just go ahead and put VIP in your comment section there, and I'll be happy to add you. Matter of fact, I have a special one-day sale going on right now. So if you're interested, feel free to go and ask, and I'll add you. I don't want to put anybody in there who doesn't want to be added, so that's why I ask permission. And it's only in that group where you're going to get some specials from me. I even sometimes send out some special. Whoops, see, I got a little carried away there. Almost hit that next U. I didn't want to do that, so I know it's tempting to just move fast. I don't want to move fast. I just want to keep steady. So like I said, great, because this ink is super easy to apply. The ink mat makes it keep it nice and steady, and you don't have to worry about it getting on any surfaces behind you. And voila, voila, la, 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 la. Awesome, awesome. There we go. All right, I think we got a pretty good coverage on all of those. Now I'm just gonna switch colors here. And by the way, this is our full squeegee. This is the new one. You'll notice it's a little different shape. It's actually a vertical shape. And we're gonna use that. And in our lighter color here, we're gonna do the lines in between. Super awesome saying. When I first saw this design at convention where they showed off all the new things that were coming out, I was just thrilled about this one. There are so many good ones, though I have to say it's really hard to figure out which one to work on next. It's one of the great things about being a designer is we get an opportunity to see all of the new releases and get a chance to get them early, and so we can be able to share them with you. If you think that what I'm doing looks like fun and you want to learn more about being a designer, certainly feel free to go ahead and ping me. I will be happy to share anything I know, and also connect you with other people on my team who have been doing this for much longer, and they are very willing to share the information that they have as well about how to make these successful designerships. So it's a great company, lots of willingness to share with each other how to be successful. So, all right, and as I'm getting a little closer, I realize there's one spot I missed So I'm just going to go back over that on the darker blue, again, which is that Tide. And the one I'm using right now is called Eucalyptus. So if you're curious about these colors. Now, these are all available on my website. Got a little blue there somehow. Must have gotten a little too close. There we go. Covered that up, I think, okay. All right. I'm going to fix this one that I missed. This area, there we go. There's a little spot there and a little spot there. And this E also looked like he was missing a little bit. All right, excellent. We're about halfway done, folks. Almost ready to lift and reveal. Peel and reveal, as Jessica says in her lives. Learn so much from her all of the time watching her. Lots and lots of awesome transfers we have out this season. Lots of great things for the holidays. You may have seen a few of my lives where we've done some fall projects. Got some great Halloween, Thanksgiving. I'm doing a back to school in-person workshop at Hobby Lobby here in Bristol, Connecticut coming up at the end of the month. So if you've got some little ones or you're a teacher and you'd like to make a back to school sign for your classroom door if you're a teacher, or if you're a parent and you have a child that's going back to school and you want to take those first day of school pictures, you could definitely do that with that cute little sign. There is just a lot, so much that you can do with Chalk Couture. And my goal is through these lives is just to give you some inspiration on all those different ways. So I hope that you're finding these to be fun and you're learning some too about Chalk Couture, our products and the company, and maybe even just get to know me a little bit. All right, we are doing pretty good here, almost. At that last part is stronger. Now, once we're done with this, of course, we're going to lift up this adhesive back transfer and we are going to put it to the side. We want to make sure that we put it into a water bath when we're done, or bring it over to the sink and run it under some warm water to get off the extra ink that we have on it. And then we will use a disinfectant wipe to clean up the transfer both sides, just to make sure that we're removing any extra ink. And then we will let it dry and then put it right back on the adhesive backer that we had, that white backer that we took it off of. So that will allow you to preserve your transfer and be able to reuse it over and over again. So you can use your transfers, generally speaking, about 8 to 10, maybe 12 times, depending on how well you've taken care of it, maybe even a little bit longer. Some of the ones I've used has been more than that. You just want to make sure that you clean them well, and that you put them back on the backer or store them in such a way that they are staying sticky. It's really once they start losing their stickiness that they become less effective. So keep your transfer backers and make sure that once you've cleaned them, you put them back on the backer, and then you'll be able to reuse them over and over again. Now, you might have heard me say at the beginning that you can use our transfers for both chalk and ink, and you absolutely can. If you've used it for ink, you can go ahead the next time and use it with chalk. So it's not like once you've used it for one, you can't use it for another. You absolutely can. So feel free. As I said, it's really the thing that with ink is, of course, it is permanent. So once it goes on, it's on. So that's why you do want to take your time. And in order to ensure that it stays permanent, you do want to heat set it. So once your ink surface dries, then what you'll want to do is take an iron to it, or if you have a heat press, you could use that as well. And you're just going to do about 4 minutes on each side. You just want to rotate your iron over, put a piece of wax paper, parchment paper probably, would be better, parchment paper. And just go ahead and make sure that you press with your iron both sides. And that's all it takes to heat set it. Then it's going to go ahead and be washable. You can throw it in the wash if it gets dirty or stained. So that's why it's great for pillowcases. It's a nice way to make some beautiful customized pillows. We do have both the lumbar pillow that I showed you in this beautiful canvas, but also we have it in a 20 by 20 square as well. And again, those are all available on my website, and you can definitely check them out there and see all the awesome designs we have available. All right. Okay, I think we're all done with the dark color. Now we're just going to finish up here with these smaller words with our eucalyptus, and then we're going to peel and reveal. And you know, one thing to say is that if you find that as you start to peel it up, that you might have missed a spot and you need to go over it to give it a little bit more, you can do that. So don't worry about that. Just the big thing is when you lift it up, just make sure that you're not getting it all over your fingers. Hey Beth, welcome. Nice to have you. Thanks for watching. Kind of hard to concentrate on my project and see who's joining on our comments, so I apologize if I haven't said hello to you. Promise that I will when we wrap up here. Now you'll see I'm starting to get a little bit of the blue color. I'm going to use a little bit of a smaller squeegee here just to make sure I get those areas, and if I do get it contaminated with the other blue, I can just switch to another one. So it's always good to have a few extra handy. All right, I'm checking my hands here, making sure I don't have any blue on them. I guess I'm doing okay so far. Now, and I always do post my finished projects here at the end, along with the link to my website, but if you want to take a peek while we're talking, again, it's www.chalkcouture.com. I think it's actually technically /Timmy, T-I-M-I. So you can definitely check me out there. And of course, you're seeing me on Facebook here, and if you want to join that VIP group, like I said, please feel free to go ahead and let me know. Almost done. I can't wait to see how this is going to look. I hope we have done a good job and gotten good coverage here. Now, if you were doing this with chalk, by the way, one thing I would suggest is that that you work in sections, and because our chalk does dry a lot faster than our inks, so work in sections. You can cover the sections that you've already done with some wet paper towels if you'd like, and that will help keep the chalk moist. Sorry, Kaylee. She doesn't like that word. And then you can then go ahead and peel it, or you can actually just cut your transfer in pieces and do each piece at a time and pull it up. So whatever your preference is pretty flexible, so you can do either. All right, people, I think we are at our end. Yay! And I'm just pulling up a little bit of that, any excess that I have here. I think we are done. I'm going to close my inks just so that I don't, by mistake, get things where they don't belong. So let me get that out of the way. And we've closed that up. Now, as I said at the beginning, I usually come to you live on Wednesdays, shaking things up a little bit. To come to you here this morning, and that's partly because, you know what, it's time. I love coming to you live, and I thought this would be a great project to do together, but also I am taking some family vacation time and will not be available on this coming Wednesday, so I wanted to give you one more live before I left for vacation, so hope you enjoy it. Don't worry though, I have some specials planned for you while I am away, so feel free to keep an eye on my site for that. All right, who is ready for the peel and reveal? Are you ready? Ready? All right, here we go. So, Nailless Timmy here. We got Messy Jessie and Nailless Timmy. So we're gonna take it and we are gonna just start to pull. Look at that. So I'm gonna hold on to my a little further away than I want to be here to work. All right. And there. Go. Yay. There we go. What do you think, everyone? Hope you love it as much as I do. Now we've got some spectacular colors in inks, so you can really customize this banner to match the colors that you have at your house. That is amazing. I just think that came out really awesome. I hope that you really like it. I don't know if you can see it well here as much as I'd like you to. But that's it. That's all it takes to make your own canvas banner using our inks and our beautiful silkscreen transfers. Thank you, Karen. Thanks for joining. I really thought this was a fun project. April, I'm glad to have you. Definitely, if you know that someone might enjoy seeing this, please feel free to go ahead and share that. This will be up on my Facebook page here, so you can definitely watch it if you'd like. Again, if you have any questions anytime, certainly feel free to go ahead and reach out to me. If you want to know more about ordering products, becoming part of my VIP group, or even joining my team, please let me know. Love to have you. Thanks so much, everybody. I hope you have a great Sunday, and I'll see you when I get back. Bye.